Good morning, Cypress Village residents. My name's Ty Morgan, Executive Director. Today is Friday, July 14th, and this is Coffee Chat. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. Last week we had an in-person coffee chat, so for all of you residents that showed up to join us, that was a big thank you. We had some residents that provided some feedback and thought it was very nice to have it in person again, so we will consider having that again once a month in person. More to come on that, but just wanted to throw out a little blurb on some of the feedback that we had. I hope everybody enjoys today's episode. I will wrap it up and close it out here shortly. So enjoy. See you soon.
All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee Chat. Dave from the maintenance department, giving you a couple updates. First off, personnel. We are fully staffed in transportation. Our newest guy, Nick, has started today. So you'll see him driving with the other drivers, training, and he'll be training for a week or two before he's out there. Deborah is really doing well as our other new person, and then we still got the Rock Dean, who, if you didn't know, is an employee of the month for July. So Rockstar, thanks for everybody to giving me the compliments for him. And then new supervisor Tim has started, and he's doing well. He's going to take a while to get used to this place and learn his way around. Obviously, everybody takes long just to figure out Cypress Village. So welcome to everybody new in transportation. I have Corey is new, and as of right now, Benito is moved over to my department. So we're still one guy short in maintenance, but we're getting there. The elevators, knock on wood, they've been working. One of the D elevators is down this week because we're replacing the keypad in memory care. That part should be in by today, and everything should be back up and running. This is something self-inflicted because the old keypad stopped working and there were just issues. So we're getting that worked out. There's a letter going out to Mallory from Ty. He'll explain more later. So things are moving forward in the right direction that way. So good job. New projects that are coming up. We're about to remodel the doctor's offices and the outpatient therapy. So starting the 24th, both areas will be closed. Outpatient therapy will be moved up to the gym in B215, and the doctors will be in the wellness center by Chrissy. And if you're looking for them, that's where we need to go for the next 3 weeks, is what I've been told is how long it will take. Before that, starting Monday, the permanent wall is going up in Loon's Nest to make that an area for preparation and storage and stuff. Nobody sat back there, and it was just a collection area. So we put up a wall, and that will be done by the end of next week. 2 weeks from now, the shingle part of the healthcare roof will be getting done. That should take about a week, and it will be noisy during the day with the nail guns going and everything. So hopefully that's only a day or two of the noise. The people in healthcare on the second floor are going to suffer the most, but we'll do our best to mitigate it. These guys are working out in these hot weathers. I don't know how they do it. That's all I got for this week, so have a good weekend. Thank you.
Hi everybody, happy Friday. It's me, Susan McLean, here to give you a few updates about the Wellness Center and some things going on in that part of Cypress Village. So Guardian Pharmacy will be there on Mondays and Wednesdays from 9 to 12. And they have also put together some essential medical kits. It's just like a little first aid bag. They've got them put together and they're for $20 right there in the Wellness Center. You're welcome to come down and purchase them from Guardian on Monday or Wednesday. Or if Chrissy's in the Wellness Center, she can sell them to you as well. So just a good little thing to keep tucked away in your drug cabinet in your bathroom. And then this Wednesday, July 19th, the pickup for medications will be for Tower C, as in Charlie. And So in the health essential kits, I've got my little notes here that Chrissy put together for me. It contains some ibuprofen, some Tylenol, some Band-Aids, hydrocortisone cream, triple antibiotic ointment, and sunscreen, all for $20. I think that's quite the deal. And let's see, the Stay Well lecture will take place on Thursday, July 20th at 12:15 in the OMR. Sally Jordan from our own telehealth team will be presenting on preventative care and remote patient monitoring. And everybody, this is a great thing to be a part of. If you're trying to control your blood pressure and you just can't seem to get it stable, let me tell you that Sally has helped many residents here at Cypress Village. So please come down and take part of the talk and probably get you signed up for the remote patient monitoring. And just for a future note, a week from Monday, the week of July 24th, I believe it is, we will be starting the renovations in our outpatient therapy and also in our Wellness Way. But just know that we will have everything moved. We'll continue your care in outpatient therapy. We will continue to have places for the doctor and the podiatrist and everybody to see you. So we're not going to disrupt you with that. We might just have to reroute where you're going to see these people. So just hang tight with that, and we'll provide you all of the information when that day comes. And I think that's all I have for you guys. Have a great weekend.
Good morning, Cypress Village. It's Dawn Epstein here, your friendly IHS director. Just wanting to remind you that coming up we have our fall prevention program. It's going to be on July 25th at 10:30 in the morning in the Wellness Center. We're going to have types of hors d'oeuvres and mimosas. So come on down and join us. Look for the flyer in your mailboxes coming out next week. Again, we have our birthday packages. So if you have someone that's having a birthday coming up and you want us to surprise them with a cake, balloons, and so forth, we can put a custom package together for you. The packages are typically around $75. We also can assist with transportation. So if you have any transportation needs, we do have drivers now that can assist with that. We can also assist with shopping needs. So we can now take care of, if you have a shopping list and you want us to do that for you, we can do that. And we also are adding ironing. So I've had some requests for ironing, and I do have one particular associate who's very good at it, loves to do it, and she is available. So let us know if we can assist, and have a great weekend.
Hello, Cypress Village. Laurel Mundell, your Director of Administrative Services. I'm back after a lovely week in South Carolina visiting with my sister, her husband, and my niece. We had so much fun. We stayed in Bluffton, South Carolina, just outside of Hilton Head, for any of you who are familiar with that area. And it was just a very much needed time away and to just regroup and have a good time with family. So thank you all for reaching out to Andy or Scott with any needs. And thank you also for those who were patient with me returning some emails that have been outstanding for a few days. So thank you. I'm all caught up now, I think. So if I've missed anything, feel free to reach out. I'm in a better place now to respond in a more timely fashion. With that being said, though, actually this upcoming week, I'm one of the directors who will be attending the Leading Age Florida Conference or Convention in Orlando. So I will be working, but I will be in Orlando Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, as will Ty, Sarah, and then a few others from the Healthcare Center. So just be advised that it would be best to work with somebody on site for immediate needs. However, I will be checking email throughout the day. I've got some projects I'm working on still, so hopefully I'll be able to get that done in between sessions. But just be advised, I will also be out of the office next week, but still available if you need anything. Something fun. So in the years past, we have done Leader of the Quarter recognitions for director leadership or executive leadership because they are typically not included in Employee of the Month nomination or the running. So this is an opportunity for us to recognize some of the hardworking directors that we have or their direct reports. And this month we have in the running John Fuller, our executive chef, and Robert Irwin, our plant ops manager, who reports right under, he's Dave's right hand. So they are both going to be nominated, and we are actually going to reach out not just to their fellow employees and colleagues to vote for them, but we're asking for residents to vote as well. So I'm going to send out a text link and an email link to all of our residents in independent living to vote on their candidate. And after, we'll close voting by next week. So by next coffee chat, we'll know who it is. So please, when you get that text message or that email, please vote for one of our candidates. Unfortunately, you can only pick one, but both are well-deserving nominees to be on the running. So that's a fun thing that we're going to move forward, include residents in on the voting rather than just employees. So be on the lookout for that. I'm aware that on some of the floors, I think it was mainly second floor and third floor of the C&D towers, although I think there might have been some folks on the seventh floor, they had some cable issues with their Comcast or Xfinity services on Wednesday, Thursday of this week. Unfortunately, this was most likely attributed to a Comcast technician who, when they were here for an install, made a mistake and basically disconnected 6 or 7 other units while they were trying to connect a new move-in. So we brought it to Comcast's attention. Unfortunately, this isn't the first time that this particular technician has done this. So we are kindly for now asking for a different technician, somebody that's more familiar with our community moving forward. But I do want to give a shout out to Andy. He reached out to a supervisor that he has had a relationship with over similar scenarios, and they were able to get somebody come after hours yesterday to do make the corrections. And then I believe Andy on Thursday morning was going around resetting those cable boxes. So shout out to Andy for making that happen. Unfortunately, it was outside of our control, but of course, just because it's not our fault still means it's our problem. So kudos again to Andy for getting that squared away on Comcast's behalf. I just have a little bit of an update for the houses with the Telgard unit. So with the acquisition of Stanley by Securitas, while many of our contracts stay the same, some of the supply ordering and the service contracts for the Telgard units have changed slightly. Do not fear. We are going to make sure that the residents don't see the impact of it, but I just want to explain corporately that that's why there's been a little bit of delay for the about 6 or 7 of you who are looking to have a Telgard installed, and this might also affect those additional folks that would like to have a Telgard installed. Until we get this squared away, we should be finished with discussions by the end of this week. We'll know what the path of least resistance is so that we can get this installed right away and have a really solid contract with the Telgard service plan moving forward. And then just as a reminder what a Telgard unit is, or a TG for short, it is basically the transmitter that sends the signal from the security signal from the house to our security department. In years past, it was a landline that would send the signal, but as many of you know, landlines are becoming more and more obsolete, and then even Comcast is using an internet type phone rather than the old school cable. So in accordance with this new innovation, we have the TGs that are basically cellular radios sending the signal rather than a phone line. So just probably more information than any of you want to know, but for those of you tech nerds, I hope you appreciated that. Speaking of tech nerds, I had another call this week, a follow-up call regarding the new app using Touchtown. One of the biggest the biggest important features that we had for the previous or the existing app was the form feature, where many of you were able to put in transportation requests, work order requests, inquiries for IHS, things like that. I wanted to make sure that the form format stays the same with the new app. So we tried out a few different methods on Wednesday with the project manager and I both on a Teams call. And so I found a way to do it using Microsoft Forms so that it'll stay consistent. That was like the big chunk. That was the big piece. So now that we have a way that that's still going to get emailed to the appropriate people once you complete a form, we should be moving a little bit quicker. But that was a big momentous occasion for us to get past that functionality. And so now the rest of it should be a little bit easier because, as I mentioned a couple of weeks back, we're basically going to copy the same functions and features from the existing app into the new app. So we're not having to recreate the wheel essentially. So I just want to let you know we accomplished a big thing this week in my little world that will hopefully make that an easier transition in the coming weeks. Still looking about another 45 days or so until full implementation, but I just want to let you know a big hurdle was jumped. The A-Tower door, I'm speaking on behalf of Robert at the moment. The A-Tower door parts have yet to come in, but Robert has spoken with the contractors or the vendors that we ordered the parts from and inquired whether or not we could take the same parts from an existing door that we can just leave locked all the time, that we don't have to have this feature on. And though it's possible, we just need them to come and do the work. So he's trying to get that squared away as a bridge in the meantime while we're waiting for these parts to come through. So they have a plan B to take existing parts from another door, lock that door full time, and then make the A door functional hopefully in the coming days. So just be advised that maintenance is working on that. And then the resident directory. So this is the month. So I'm getting everything squared away to get that in print version so that, but first, before I go to print, I want to have a copy that all of you take a look at to make sure that your information is correct prior to ordering. So this will be the end of July. That I'll send this out and I'll want you to take a look and make any corrections or edits and all of that. But I'm still in the process of building that. So just be advised, but it's here. The month is here, time is here. And then regarding parking as well, I want to let you know Scott Morcourt is leading the charge on the parking. For those of you with reserved spaces or those of you who are requesting reserved spaces, we are going to do he is doing a bit of an overhaul on the first floor to make sure that all residents who want a reserved parking space, will be able to have access to that. So just if he gives you a call, you get a call from security or from Scott asking about perhaps relocating a spot or offering a spot, please return his call as soon as possible because it's like a domino effect. If he doesn't get a hold of one person, then it sometimes holds up a move for another person. So we're trying to honor all existing requests for closer spots first. And then anybody who is a new reservation, they will get the latter choices. But we just want to make sure that those who are on the list for a closer spot are honored first. So please, please, please give us a call back. Otherwise, he'll have to move on to the next person. We don't want you to lose your spot on the wait list. So Scott Marcourt, his number is 807-6220 if you need to get a hold of him and or give him a call back. But he is your go-to for any parking reservation requests or updates. All right. So, and I'm so glad that he's working on that because it's a big, big project, let me tell you. Well, I think that's enough for today. Glad to see all of you again. I heard last week with the in-person coffee chat, it was refreshing to have all the leaders there in person. So kudos to them for coming in person and getting a chance to change up their schedule a little bit. And I hope to see more of that, actually. It seemed to be a really welcome change from the group, which is awesome because doing virtual coffee chat is quite a feat. So if we could maybe take a break from that every now and then for in-person, that'd be lovely for us. But have a great day, and I will see you around the village.
Good morning, Cypress Village. My name is Becky. I am one of your CLS team members, covering for Lisa because she's out this week. So let's just get it started. Let's see. This week, our symphony surveys are going back to residents. If you have any questions about whether or not you haven't received one, or if you're interested in signing up for the symphony, our trips at all, just let Julia know. Her number is going to be 904-807-6133, or you can email her at haywardjulia@cypressvillageretirement.com. There are still a few seats left on the bus for some trips, so just give her a call and we can see what we can do for you. Along with that, I know we've had some communication issues with getting things to all 3 of our CLS team members. So if you ever need to get in contact with us, my recommendation is to call either our main office number or to use our main email address. That number is going directly to my desk phone. That's 904-807-6224. Or that email address is cls@cypressvillageretirement.com. That way, all 3 of us are going to get your message and we can make sure somebody gets back to you. From there, we have had some no-shows for some of our trips. So if you know you are unavailable for a trip you have signed up for, please be sure to cancel. We want to make sure people that have signed up are able to go. Sometimes we have some wait listers that don't end up going because we don't know that there's an empty spot available. So if you know you're not going to be available to show up, please just give us a call at that number I gave you, the 6224. We usually give our residents a heads up about 2 days in advance to a trip. So just give us a call back or email us if you need to cancel. Last thing before I get into upcoming events is that we did have a typo in our calendar in our newsletter. We had some misinformation. So our home ability for walkers and wheelchairs, they're going to be coming in to do some repairs. That event is going to be on the 25th of July from 10 to 12. It's not going to be on the 18th. We already have some text scheduled out, so just to remind you guys. But if you are interested in having your walkers or wheelchairs looked at, just give the Wellness Center a call. That number is 904-807-6221. Other than that, let's get into what's coming up. So tonight we have Daryl Frenier. He's a new jazz musician, so we'll try him out and see how we feel about him. On the 15th, Gene Ordan is coming, so I know y'all like him. The 18th, we have our dinner bunch coming out. We're going to be going to P.F. Chang's, so hopefully y'all enjoy that, as well as we have Steve Chapman that night, so that'll be fun. On the 19th is our second King Tut trip for the June waitlisters. I know everybody was really excited for that, so hopefully y'all have a good time as well. Let's see. Actually, on the 19th as well is our next bunch for the Fit Minds Brain Fitness Workshop. Obviously, we didn't have this one this week because Lisa was out, but next week she's going to be back to show y'all all those different Fit Minds things, so hopefully y'all have a good time. Last thing, on the 21st, we have the St. Johns River and Dolphin Wildlife Tour. Hopefully y'all have a great time with that. We've heard some good things, at least from reviews, so we shall see. Maybe we'll schedule another one if everybody likes it. That's pretty much it on my end. If y'all have any questions about future events, feel free to call us or email us, and y'all have a great day.
Good morning, Cypress Village. Welcome to another edition of Coffee Chat. Sorry I wasn't here last Friday. Last Friday was live, and then the Friday before I wasn't here. I had to go on a family emergency, but I'm back now, and we're going to start off today with the word of the week because I talk so much then I forget by the end of this video. So we've been talking about park, we've been talking about plans, all that good stuff. Today I actually want to give you guys a reminder. So the word of the week is going to be boxes, and in Spanish is cajas. Boxes, cajas. And the reason I'm using that word is because I know we talked about, breaking down your boxes and all that. And I do want to specify that any resident that feels they need help or a hand with the boxes, I don't want you breaking down a big old fridge box or anything like that. Please call the housekeeping department. We will do everything we can to send somebody to help you out with that. I want to make sure that, the boxes get broken down the right way and taken to the right area. But if you would like a helping hand, please give us a call and one of us will be there to assist you. Again, don't forget the word of the week will be boxes, cajas. Cajas, boxes. Thank you all so much. See you around the village. See you next week.
Hello, everybody. It's Hector Gonzalez coming to you from Ty Morgan's office. Just a couple updates from dining. One of them I'm excited to announce. I'm sure you've already heard. This Friday, we start our 5th day of menu service in Loon's Nest. So that'll give us 5 days of menu service, 2 days of buffet service on Wednesday and Thursday. And don't forget about our brunch that we do every Sunday. It's really a treat. I mean, I get a lot of positive feedback from brunch, and I know that sometimes it's well attended, sometimes it's not, but for the most part, it's a great experience. So I would encourage that after church or before you go to the beach, something like that. it's a good thing to attend. And generally speaking, there's a live omelet station, eggs to order. So it's a very nice brunch. 4,600 menu. As we committed to a monthly change, we have identified July 31st as our next menu change. Chef John and Chandrea are working on menus as we speak. They're kind of rolling through some, there's a lot of products in Florida that come, fruits and vegetables and fresh fish and things like that in the summertime to choose from. So it'll be interesting to see what they come up with. I think the last menu was very well received by our residents. I think we've gotten a lot of positive feedback on it. So I'm really excited to see what they come up with on this next rotation. That's really all I have from dining. I think the brunch was one of the most important things that I wanted to get out, and the menu service that we're going to in Loon's Nest. So thank you, everybody, and have a great weekend. Bye.
Welcome back. Thanks again for tuning in today. I just had a few items I wanted to wrap it up with. The first of which is the newsletter will be going out this weekend. My cover page talks a little bit about the employee base and how we've built that base over the past 6 months very robustly. But it also talks a little bit about August, with a little forward thinking, and the resident satisfaction survey that we provide annually to all of our residents. Our main goal for the survey this year is to reach the highest participation possible. Our goal is always 100%, but 100% is perfection. We can't always strive for perfection, but we want to at least reach 95%. That is our floor goal for participation rates. If we can attain that goal of 95%, we are going to plan a joint party celebration amongst residents and staff members, very similar to our holiday Christmas breakfast that we have every year. So we are looking forward to that. So more to come in early August, mid-August, but just wanted to give you all a little heads up on the satisfaction survey that's coming up. Also, just another little piece on that. Any feedback that we provide, whether it's through the app, handwritten, email, whatever it may be, we do share all of those verbatims with the staff members that you're recognizing. So please know that all of the information that you do provide does not go unread and does not go unsolicited with the individuals that earn that honor. So the same thing will pertain to the resident satisfaction survey. There will be areas that you score each department and each service that we provide on I think it's 1 to 5. But there's also an opportunity to provide verbatim freelance feedback as well. So again, more to come on that, but I just wanted to put that out there. Secondly, just a quick elevator update. I know Dave touched on it briefly, but I did want to confirm that our letter of non-performance did go out to Maori Elevators earlier this week by our legal counsel. So that is in process, putting them on notice about the unacceptable performance they have demonstrated over really the past, let's say, 6 to 12 months. So that is in progress. We did receive 2 bids for maintenance, maintaining and servicing the elevators on a monthly basis. One was through ThyssenKrupp and the other was Otis. We have not received the quotes or the bids to convert all of the elevators to their technology and their parts. So that's going to take a little bit of time, but we hope to have that probably by the end of July. Once we have that additional information, I will provide those updates to our residents, and we will continue to keep everybody abreast of any developments related to the elevators. So again, thank you for your patience, and thankfully, for the most part, they've been operating fairly reliably. Lastly, but not least, next week, myself, actually I got to leave this weekend, myself, Sarah Ninya, Laurel Mundell, Stephanie Markowski, Michelle Fredenberg, and Credwin Kelly, who are all our healthcare leadership team, not all, but most. We will be out Monday through Wednesday at the Leading Age Conference in Orlando. It's our annual conference that we attend, and we have a very big part in it, and we're all looking forward to it. But just so you know, if you don't reach somebody or you need a specific answer that may not be as timely as it would typically be, just be a little patient just because we're going to be out of town. So that's about it for me today. I'm just going to roll in my favorite part, which are birthday wishes. Let's see who we have as a birthday today. Looks like we have four birthdays today. We've got Mr. Dave Alexander. Dave, happy birthday. We've got Miss Bev Stoll. Bev, happy birthday to you as well. We've got Ernie Mister and Judy Emmett. Happy birthday to all of you today on Friday. We've got our faithful coffee chatter, Mr. Bill Hooper, on tomorrow, the 15th, along with Mr. Howard Weiss and Joan McVeigh are also on the 15th. And one last, Martha Peliquin. Happy birthday, Martha. Those are all the 15th. On the 17th, we've got four. We've got Mr. Bill Monteith, Mr. Walter Calvin, Betty Janice. Happy birthday, Betty. And Margene Lynch. Happy birthday, Mrs. Lynch. On the 18th, we've got a few. We've got Alba McBride. Alba, happy birthday. Mark Froelich and Dorothy Pattison. Happy birthday, Dorothy, on the 18th. And we've got three on the 19th. We've got Miss Elizabeth Steck. Liz, happy birthday. Gary Gack and Jane Lothrop, who's sailing the seas somewhere throughout the United States. Jane, happy birthday if you're watching chat. On the 20th, I'm going to wrap it up. We've got Miss Penny Leonard, Mr. Harry Good, and Herb Goldstein. Happy birthday, Herb. Actually, I'm going to go to the 21st. That'll be 1 week. We've only got one birthday gal out there, and that is Annie Kuhn Martin. Happy birthday, Annie. That's going to wrap it up, residents. So have a great Friday, great weekend. Thank you all for tuning in again. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.